We are looking at another issue of Spider-Woman today. This is issue 53. I was told this is meant to be one of the best issues of Spider-Woman. Thing is though, you can never quite rely on statements like that. Some people think Tom Queen is a visionary. This is better than Tom Queen's comics. We have another. This is going to misrepresent the series. The last two I have looked at have both been these sort of very special episode productions. Done in one about a random student at Spider-Woman's high school. Our story stars Megan Brady, a never-before-seen student, and she is in essence invisible because nobody notices her. The clever thing would be if we had actually seen her in the background once or twice before, but I checked, this is her first, but not only, appearance. We also have Felicity's daughter, Felicia. I suppose her name has to be Felicia now. She is in a lot more of Spider-Woman. She wants to be Spider-Woman's sidekick. She uses the Scarlet Spider identity. She doesn't have any powers or even any training. She and Spider-Woman fight Skylar near the end of the first series, issue 96 or 97. I just know the cover. I saw it yesterday when I was getting cutaways of Christie. This is Spider-Woman though, so here she is, Marissa Parker, the daughter of Peter Parker and Mary James. We've had a very Mary James-centric week here at Capwolf HQ, previously known as Nimrod HQ. And I did want to do a big Mary James video. I wanted to do a video properly about the marriage and how Marvel's anti-marriage thing has only ever been to the continued detriment of everything related to Spider-Man. But I just don't really have a good issue that focuses on Mary James rather than Spider-Man. I have a lot to say about Mary James. That writers like Dan Slott, or that redneck, or even Gary Conman, or whoever, they hate Mary James because she is the popular high school girl, the type who would not even notice them. The thing is, Dan Slott especially, they are all stuck in high school. They never developed past high school. They still hold all that resentment towards women like Mary James and Felicity too. And they want Peter Parker to be them. They want Peter Parker to be the eternal sad sack loser who has never grown since high school because it makes them feel better about themselves. They are 60-year-old men who are still angry that Jessica was busy with less pathetic guys. They would hate Marissa too. Marissa Parker. They would hate her. They just hate any woman who isn't at best a girl next door because they think they have a chance with the girl next door. They don't. Emma Stone would be feigning politeness and saying hello every other day. Dan Slott is an incel. Gary Conman is a thieving misogynist. Kurt Busey is insufferably smug. Why would any woman want to interact with them? Any woman tolerating them hates themselves. Even this one in a wheelie chair is too good for them. She's not normally in a wheelie chair anyway. We have a supervillain called Quickwire. He's a composite of Speedy Bowels, and they had Captain America baddie, the Tumbler. He bounces around, and he is a thief, like Gary Conman. He is a thief and he bounces around. What I like about this is that it begins and you think it is going to be all about Megan. This is going to be Megan's story. It'll be from her perspective. But we get plenty of Spider-Woman stuff. All the contents of a regular issue. Megan, she overhears Marissa talking to Felicia about Spider-Woman business. And this is neat. I like this idea on the surface. Nobody pays attention to Megan, and so she overhears everything. Megan does appear in one issue of Amazing Spider-Woman. Appropriately, I did not remember or recognise her. It didn't spoil this story in any way. I looked it up. It is a small cameo where if you don't recognise her, it could just be a random background character. I like Megan, but I think I like almost all the girls in this series. They are all written by a man, but they don't feel like I don't know what I'm trying to say. There is a stigma involved when it comes to men writing women in comics. You either have the stuff that is going to be called sexist, or you have the stuff that is terrified of being called sexist. This is neither. This is done really well. It strikes the right balance between character and gender. They are not defined by their gender, but they also are not written as if they could be guys. There is quite a bit of variation to the voices of the characters. Some of the best teenage girls have been written by quite hard men. We have this. There is the teenage girl in Kevin Griffin's Dax series. Cammy. She is a great example of a pretty accurate depiction of a teenage girl. I remember Mark Wolfenstein. He did a Goth Girl series a few years back. I remember I had the first issue of that, and it tickled my funny bone that this hard man from the 70s was writing more convincing teenage girls than Twitter feminists. There's this bit where Marissa, she says she knows Megan, and that Megan is standoffish and not very friendly. I like that as well. It provides the insight that while we are seeing things framed as Megan being bland and unexceptional and therefore ignored, the wider idea is that she doesn't do anything to help matters. Here is Quickwire again. The bad guys were not a selling point for the McTwo books. In reading these though, I do hope to eventually find at least one McTwo original villain who I can say with no reservations is a good villain. Now we have the superhero fight, Spider-Woman versus Quickwire, and I felt like this was the point where Megan, she should be putting 2 and 2 together, but she doesn't. She doesn't work out that Marissa is Spider-Woman. And we also have Felicia as Scarlet Spider. The end is that the bad guy walks straight into Megan. He didn't see her there. And that was his defeat. The two costumed heroines thank Megan for her unexpected help in stopping the villain. Megan is not invisible to Spider-Woman. That is our nice ending. Felicity, Felicia's mom, she is in an interracial same-sex relationship in the McTwo universe. Didn't see that coming, did ya? Felicity being bisexual comes from Kevin Smith, who also made her a rape victim. Remember when Kevin Smith would write comics and there would be like a 3-year delay between each issue? If she cannot be with Spider-Man though, Felicity is probably better off with lasses. If we are not allowed the marriage, why not give us a Felicity and Mary James relationship, you cowards? Poor Megan is even invisible to her own mother. Normally I didn't bother with stuff like this, but we also have a 3-page preview for Uncanny X-Men 416, written by Bucky Larson. It's not a very good preview, but I wanted to point it out because by chance Uncanny X-Men 416 was an issue I got when I was like 12. A random one-off issue. It's not very good. So maybe this is a great preview, because even the preview's not very good. This is, though, I don't know if I think of it as one of the best issues I have ever read of Spider-Woman. It's not Amazing Spider-Woman 11, but yeah, it is more than satisfactory. And there isn't a weird shower scene with a teenage girl. Time for 7 thumbs up.